Hello and welcome to Rando Tech Info and my in-depth review of the Galaxy Buds 2. Now a lot of reviews for these buds have been done already, and for the most part the reviews have been very positive. And while I certainly respect the opinion of my fellow tech reviewers, when it comes to the reviews of this particular product, I feel a lot of them are missing some key pieces of information, and I feel the overall opinion out there of the Buds 2 might be a little too rosy. Now don't get me wrong, at $150 the Buds 2 are not bad by any means. I just think there's some better options out there for most people, particularly Samsung's other earbuds. First, let's start with the most important part of any audio listening device: sound. The sound on the Buds 2 is good. There are better sounding buds out there, but for the price point, I think most people will be satisfied. If I had to describe the sound, I would say it has very clear high and mids, but missing a little bit of bass. You can improve this a little bit with the equalizer on the Galaxy Wearable app if you are paired to an Android device. But if you are looking for harder hitting lows, you might want to look elsewhere, like the latest Beats Buds or the Galaxy Buds Pro. I do think the sound on the Buds 2 has been improved a bit when compared to last year's Galaxy Buds Plus, but if you already own the Buds Plus, I'm not sure they have improved enough to justify the upgrade. Oh, and just for the record, the Buds 2, Buds Pro, and Buds Plus all get loud enough to cause potential hearing loss, so no worries for all of you metalheads out there. Now, I just mentioned you can only adjust the sound profile if you are on an Android device, and that is because the Buds 2, like the Buds Pro, are not compatible with the iOS version of the Galaxy Buds app, which means there are actually a bunch of features iPhone users will not have access to. So if you're looking for a pair of buds for your iPhone or iPad, I would definitely look elsewhere. While we are talking about sound, let's go ahead and talk about active noise cancellation and ambient mode. Active noise cancellation on the Buds 2 is decent. It's not as good as the noise cancellation you're going to get on a good pair of over-ear headphones, but I would put it on par with the active noise cancellation you're going to find on the Buds Pro or AirPods Pro, which means while you are not going to get top-end block out everything in the world noise cancellation, they will make the noises going on around you a bit less obvious. It's better than the active noise cancellation you will get on the Galaxy Buds Live due to their lack of a strong ear seal, and it's obviously better than the active noise cancellation on the Buds Plus because the Buds Plus doesn't have active noise cancellation. As for ambient mode on the Buds 2, I would put it on par with ambient mode on the Pros and the Buds Plus, which is to say it is excellent. I would also put it on par with transparency mode on the AirPods Pro. Now, when looking at a pair of earbuds, I would argue that the next most important feature after sound is fit. Fit is always a hard thing to grade because it can be different for everyone. In most reviews I've seen for the Buds 2, people really seem to like the fit, but for me, the fit has been less than great. In fact, I would say it's actually been less than good. The right bud has fallen out of my ear several times, which is particularly odd because the buds are really light. In comparing the fit to the AirPods Pro, the Buds Pro, and the Buds Plus, these buds for me are the worst fitting of the group. I just can't get them to seat in my ears in a way that is comfortable. This may be very different for you, and like I said before, most people really seem to like the fit, but as this is my review, I thought it was important for me to share my experience. And just for the record, the Galaxy Buds Plus are still the best fitting set of earbuds I have ever used. Next, let's talk call quality. Like the Buds Pro and Buds Plus, call quality on the Galaxy Buds 2 is excellent. On my end, people sound crisp and clear. People on the other end of my calls told me I was easy to understand, but that I did sound like I was on a speakerphone, which is not something that people told me when I used the other Galaxy Buds. And while that is a little weird, I don't think it is something that should put you off. If you want a good pair of earbuds for making calls, then the Galaxy Buds 2 should do just fine. Battery life on the Buds 2 is good, especially if you don't need active noise cancellation turned on, which will get you around 7 hours on a single charge with high volume. With active noise cancellation on, it's closer to 4 or 5 hours. In my experience, the battery life on the Buds 2 is similar to that on the Buds Pro, but I would say it's a little bit better on the Buds Plus. As far as connectivity goes, like the Buds Pro and Plus, the Buds 2 pair quickly, and not just on other Samsung devices. They pair quickly with everything, and once they pair, they stay paired. As of right now, I've had no drops or issues while being paired to my S21 Ultra or my OnePlus 7T. Lag is another issue. Like the Buds Pro and Plus, there isn't really any noticeable lag when watching video, but there is when gaming. The gaming mode feature, which is available on all 3 sets of buds, does help with this quite a bit, cutting down the lag by about half. The main issue with this feature is it only works when you are paired with another Samsung device. So if you are paired with a Sony device or a Pixel device or a OnePlus device, you are SOL. Just something you should know. Now let's talk style. The look and style of anything is always a bit subjective. I don't love the rounded look of the Buds 2, but I don't hate it either. The two-tone case is very cool, and I wish I would have paid attention to that before I ordered my Buds 2 because I got mine in white, which is the one color that isn't two-tone and as a result is kind of boring. I much prefer the gorgeous red flecked color of my Buds Plus, but that is just me. Speaking of the case on the Buds 2, besides the colors, it's almost identical to the case on the Buds Pro and Buds Live. I can actually put the protection case from my Pros onto the Buds 2 case and it fits just fine. It doesn't fit in a pickpocket as nicely as a pill-shaped case, but I don't think that will bother most people too much. Like the Buds Pro, the magnets on the case for the buds and the lid are excellent. The buds are held nicely in place and the lid never opens when I don't want it to unless I drop the suckers. Perhaps most importantly, the case will get you about an extra 20 hours of battery life. This is similar to the case with the Buds Pro and the Buds Plus. Controls on the Buds 2 are similar to that on other Galaxy Buds. You have edge controls to turn the volume up and down, different taps in the center of the buds allow you to pause, skip, and go back tracks, and you have customizable touch and hold controls that allow you to choose between toggling noise controls, activating Bixby, or Spotify. Other mainstay Galaxy Bud features that are also found on the Buds 2 include Find My Earbuds, the ability to have your notifications read aloud, and seamless earbud connection, which allows you to quickly bounce your Bluetooth connection around between all of your other Samsung devices. Now, not all of the features on the Galaxy Buds 2 are the same as with other Galaxy Buds. There are some differences. As mentioned earlier, the Buds 2 have active noise cancellation like the Buds Pro, a feature that the Buds Plus are lacking. Like the Buds Plus, the Buds 2 are IPX2 water resistant, making them splash and sweat resistant, where the Buds Pro had the more impressive IPX7 rating, which means you should be able to submerge the Pros in 1 meter of water for up to 30 minutes. However, I wouldn't actually try that at home. The Pros have a block touches feature that the other Buds don't have. And the Pros also have 360 audio that the other Buds don't have. By the way, I did an entire video about the 360 audio feature found on the Buds Pro, so if you want to check that out, I will leave a link in the description in this video, and I will leave a link in one of the little moving picture boxes at the end of this video. And if you wind up being interested in multiple videos on this channel, then you should really think about subscribing.
I'll think about it.
The only thing I'm going to mention about 360 audio right now is that it only works when paired with other Samsung devices running the latest software. Another feature the Buds Pro have that the Buds 2 does not is the ability to use ambient mode with just one earbud in. This is also a feature that's available on the Buds Plus, just not the Buds 2. This might not seem like a big deal, but I leave ambient mode on with one earbud in all the time. So if this is also something that you do, I think you will miss it on the Buds 2. It's not all bad for the Buds 2, however, as they do have a couple of exclusive features of their own. They have an ear tip fit test you can access through the phone app, and they are the first Galaxy Buds to utilize Bluetooth 5.2. Overall, while the Buds 2 are feature rich, I do think the Buds Pro hold the advantage here. So what are my final thoughts about the Galaxy Buds 2? If you are a user of all things Apple, there's no companion app for the Galaxy Buds 2, which means you're going to miss out on a bunch of features, which makes them really hard to recommend. For Android users, if you want a decent sounding pair of earbuds and don't care about active noise cancellation, then I think the Buds Plus are a better option. At $90, they are $60 cheaper than the Buds 2 and have a similar set of features, and I think the Buds Plus are also going to provide better ear fit for most people. Finally, if you do care about better sound and active noise cancellation, then I would just spend the extra money and get the Galaxy Buds Pro. The Buds Pro are down to $180 on Samsung.com, which means they are only $30 more than the Buds 2. They have noticeably better sound in the low end and have a stronger feature set than the Buds 2, which includes 360 audio, single bud ambient mode, and a better water resistant rating. Look, like I said in the beginning of this video, the Buds 2 aren't bad. They just have the unfortunate distinction of being the middle child in a very impressive product line. The Buds Plus are cheaper, the Buds Pro are better for not a lot more money, and the Buds Live, well, they're just kind of their own thing. That being said, if you don't care too much about bass, want some sweet Bluetooth 5.2 action, and want to save 30 bucks, then go ahead and pick up the Galaxy Buds 2. I'm sure you will really like them. I just think there are better options out there for most people. Well, that's all the information I have for today. Do you think I'm selling the Buds too short, or do you actually think there are better options from other brands people should consider? Let us know down in the comments. As always, I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Rando Tech Info, signing out.